So you just started on the drums. Congratulations. I have 3 tips for you that I wish that I knew when I first started on the drums. Number 1, focus on the fundamentals. It's so easy when you get started with drumming to be thinking about all the flashy fills and all the cool grooves that you can play. Believe me, I know. There are so many things in drumming that we can get distracted by. We see drummers on Instagram doing all these cool things. But the most important thing is to focus on your fundamentals. When we focus on the flashy fills and the coolest, hottest grooves, we start to forget about things like your timing, your groove, your posture, and even those things called rudiments. But as you get better and better at your drumming, those things are actually what's going to carry you and make you a better drummer. So make sure that you practice your single stroke and your double stroke and your paradiddle and all those things, because they're so helpful around the kit. Make sure you keep your back nice and straight, have a good posture. You don't want to be having back problems later on. Practice things slowly. You might be looking at someone who has been playing for just the same amount of time as you, and they're racing ahead and they're getting so much better. Remember, drumming is a marathon, not a sprint. Take your time, break down the grooves, break down the fills, break down your rudiments, and get things right the first time. If you're really enjoying this video, please give it a like and maybe even subscribe. It would really help this channel grow, and I love doing this thing for you guys. Number 2, your metronome is your best friend. Now, as drummers, we are the time. We need to be in charge of the time, and we need to be able to communicate the time to the rest of the band. So because of that, it is super important that our timing and our groove is solid, and the best way to do that is by using a metronome. Now, a metronome, if you don't know, is one of those things that goes beep, 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 and kind of keeps a consistent time. I use an app on my phone called Tempo, which is just a really nice, simple metronome app. You can get it on Android or Apple. As soon as you have the coordination down with whatever you're practicing, chuck a metronome on and double check to make sure that the timing is right. If you want to learn more about how to use a metronome, check out my video in the description below where I go way more in depth on metronomes and just how to improve your timing in general. Metronomes are so helpful. And tip number 3, jam to your favorite songs. Now you're gonna find a lot of drummers out there who love their technical exercises. They will chuck you 1,000 different notes and polyrhythms and layers of linear grooves and fills and all that. That might be fun. You might really enjoy doing that. But for me, when I first started out, the one thing I loved doing was playing to songs. I learned so much from just jamming along to songs. There were so many different styles that I learned. I loved playing along to it. Drumming has the disadvantage of not having any type of melody or harmony. All we have is rhythm and lots of loud sounds. So when we get a chance to actually relate everything back to music, it is so nice. It gives us a bit of a change of pace. It's honestly one of my favorite things to do. In fact, being a professional musician, I love it so much that I do it for a living. It's great to relate everything that you've just learned on the drums, like your rudiments and your grooves, back to an actual song. About a year ago, I went back and checked out songs that I was playing 10 years ago when I first started drumming. Those songs that I learned 10 years ago have been with me, whether I realized it or not. I would really consider jamming to your favorite songs, not just because it's good for you, but it's also so much fun. And those are my top 3 tips for what you can do as a beginner drummer. If you have any tips for other beginner drummers that you would love to share, please leave them in the comments down below. If you liked this video, please smash that like button, and I would really love it if you could subscribe to the channel, stick around, watch a few of my other videos, like this one. And until next time, see you later.